Were you feeling flashbacks of the World Series?
No.
You weren't having flashbacks?
No.
You were good.
I'm over it. It's done.
You're over it.
I wasn't even looking. I didn't care about the series. It's like, yeah, do you want to win every game?
So
sure,
when
you want to win every
came
game.
up to the plate, you didn't start?
No, it's just like, listen, like, who cares? The Dodgers weren't going to throw one at him. Maeda should have thrown one at him.
Well, there was a lot. We hit them a lot.
Coming to you pre-tape from the LA Mission College Studios in Los Angeles, California. This is the Best Coast Show. I'm your host, Albert Aguilera. That's my producer, Curtis Stage. Curtis, I think Meg has ghosted us.
Yeah, this is 3 episodes in a row.
Yeah, she's
so we had
still
her 100th
on an
episode
island
and
vacation.
that was it.
I'm telling you, my theory was that she was leading into our 100th episode because she wanted the fame and fortune that came with it.
Was there fame and fortune?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And then she's suddenly, I'm going to go island hopping.
She'll be back. We're just having a lot of shows right now.
It's summertime.
We're just having a lot of shows.
Summertime. Like, I'd get it if she were still a student of some kind and was like, yo, school's out, I'm going to go on vacation.
Yeah.
But she's not. She's an adult.
Yeah. Well, she's having fun. It's fine. While we're here slaving away at the studio.
It's true.
It is.
It's hot in here. And it's hot outside,
too.
too.
It's not hot in here.
It's always hot in here because of the lights.
Fans,
I have more lights beaming down on me.
Well, than your normal everyday life, yes.
Yes.
You don't have a lot of lights in your normal everyday life.
No.
It is weird being on a TV set.
It is.
Yeah. What you can't see, fans, is we have a lot of TV lights. They do get toasty. It's really you getting hot. I don't get...
Really?
I have less lights on me.
Exactly. You have like one
I'm
light
a little
on
dark.
you.
I go a little...
You get to hang out in the cool, dark, corner because there's like the air conditioner.
I also have the air conditioner pointing right at
I
me.
know. I don't. Plus, it's also like 100. It's been 105 degrees since like July 1st.
Yes. We're still the best coast, though.
We are.
We are. Today, fans, we are going to talk Dodgers. We may even throw some other things in there, too. We'll see.
Yeah, because we have to go on hiatus again.
So we'll probably throw some Lakers, maybe some Kings in there. So we are going to talk Dodgers. So we just got done with our Houston series. We're going to go out on the road and play some tough teams. We're going to play some playoff teams for the next 6-7 games. And then we're going to have some trash teams for a little bit. So we'll have a little bit of an easier schedule kind of ending August. And then, of course, it's going to start heating up in September. So, Albert, let's get started.
Fans, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Best Coast Show. I'm Albert Aguilera. That's Curtis Stage. And the first thing I want to talk about is that we're half a game out of first place from Arizona. Arizona has played an additional game. They have an additional win. That's where we're half a game out. And the next 2 series will be against Oakland, will be against Colorado. Those are 2 teams that are really good at the moment, surprisingly. And... Well, come on, be
Oakland,
honest.
surprisingly.
Yeah, were you expecting Oakland to have 61, 62 wins?
No.
Right now?
And they're making trades now.
And Colorado, I was expecting Colorado to be that team that it is every year that gets hot for like 2 weeks, but then, becomes Colorado again.
Yes.
But they've consistently been like, oh, we're going to win 3-4 series. We're going to win 3-4 series.
Colorado's pitching is much, much better this year than they've been the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Their pitching is really good. Some of their young pitchers have really kind of come together now. And they're pitching well at home even, not just on the road. They're actually pitching well at Coors. So is it still called Coors Field?
Yes, unless they change. I mean, it's the Rockies.
Why would they change?
Yeah, why would they change?
I mean, I think the whole
It's the banquet of beers.
I think the whole state is sponsored by Coors.
You think so?
Everybody drinks Coors there. I have family that lives there. You can't.
It's the banquet of
beers.
beers.
Can I go find some craft beers? They're like, no.
No, craft beers is an LA thing.
They have Fat Tire, though. They have the New Belgium because that's from...
It's like, hey, here's 18... Oh, yeah, speaking of that...
What?
Okay, so for my birthday, my buddy took me to this place that's local.
Yeah.
And fans, for those of you who don't know, we are located in the city of Sylmar, which is right next to San Fernando. So we're in a very Hispanic mom-and-pop neighborhood.
Yes.
Right? So he took me to this very Hispanic mom-and-pop neighborhood that I've always known my entire life growing up. And I would argue that a third of the shops on this boulevard were closed. And a lot of them had signs over them saying, hey, permit for alcohol. Well, he took me to this pub.
Yeah.
A pub
Yeah.
in San Fernando.
Yeah.
Already sounds weird. Okay, cool.
It's not weird.
It is weird.
It is?
It is. You're white. You don't get it. This is like a very populated Mexican neighborhood. I'm Mexican. So
the word
going
pub
down,
isn't what you...
Pub is like, I'm thinking British, I'm thinking Irish, I'm thinking craft beers.
Isn't that what
and
it was?
really expensive shit. Yes, it was.
Okay.
So he takes me to this place and I was like, a pub on San Fernando Road?
They're starting to gentrify.
Okay. So
Are you worried about this? Or are you...
yes, but only for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
So I'm used to like hanging out in my neighborhood and getting tacos or burritos, Mexican food, cultural food.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of Thai things in the area, a lot of mom and pop Chinese places. He takes me to this pub, and it's it's not an English pub, but it's like a pub. So I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Okay.
But it's a pub.
Yeah.
So we show up. You know what that means, Curtis?
What?
That means $18 for a burger just because it has bacon on it. That's an $18 bacon burger, no fries.
So it's a gastropub.
Exactly. Everything's a la carte. So the burger is a la carte. So is the bacon. So are the fries. So are everything else.
But you spend big money on food.
Yeah, but not like that kind.
Oh.
If I want to go eat...
You don't want to eat pub food.
So what is this? 18? I didn't spend it. He spent it. He purchased my meal for my birthday. It was like $28 for my burger, fries, and soda. And it's like, okay, listen, if I want to spend plus tip. So if I want to spend $28 plus tip, which is what, $33, $34.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going to do that in my neighborhood because my neighborhood's like a Hispanic neighborhood where I'm supposed to go to mom and pop shops.
Was the place cool though inside?
It was whatever.
Okay.
And here's what kind of threw me off too. So I was wearing a Ram shirt. This dude walks in. I was like, I recognize him. He was an actor. But he was one of those character actors that you see in every commercial, so I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Sees my Rams shirt. I see his Rams hat. We say, Ram it! And we talk about Donald for a couple of minutes. And then I tell my friend Alex to go, Alex, look, it's white people. And he goes, what? And he looks over, and sure enough, about 7 or 8 white folk come in, but not white folk like you.
Oh, well,
not like you.
Okay.
You're local-ish because you're from Minnesota, but you live in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Right? No, I'm talking about I live in Los Feliz. I'm from out of state. I'm pasty white and have weird, awkward tattoos.
Yeah. I'm Southern California.
And yeah, these were not Southern California white folk. These were like out of state white folk that come in here and like go to places like this. And I was like, holy crap! Never in my life have I seen so many white people in one area in San Fernando. And they're here for an $18 burger, and I don't drink, so I had a Diet Coke. I can only imagine.
Can I go over there and balance it out a little bit? Should I go?
You probably could. Yeah,
okay.
You could. And I have no idea what he paid for his meal and his beer. But they're like, he jokingly asked for a
Was
Bud
everything
Light.
written on chalkboard, like black
Yes.
chalk? Okay.
And then the guy behind the bar counter had
Did he have a beard?
No, he didn't have a beard. He was a Mexican dude, but he had ironic mustache, suspenders, jeans, rolled up. It was a button-up shirt that was rolled up, and he had a... not like a paperboy hat. What's the other one?
The bowl hat?
Not the bowl hats. The ones that, like, you got to be someone really cool to pull these off.
Okay.
Like fedora.
Fedora.
Yeah. And he was wearing a fedora, and I was like...
So he had a mustache, fedora, and suspenders.
He had the whole look going on.
Okay.
And I was all like... And what's going on? And, Alex is like, well, it's gentrification, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm used to seeing this kind of stuff in Hollywood, West Hollywood, Los Feliz, and those neighborhoods where the out-of-state people who want to be actors come into.
You better start buying up some property now,
That's
man.
what I'm thinking.
You might want to start buying up property in Somar because it's all over with. San Fernando, Somar.
And he's like, this is good because it raises property value and blah, blah, blah. I go, you know what's not good? Paying $28 for a burger, fries, and a soda.
That's not good.
That's ridiculous.
That's Dodger Stadium level.
Yeah.
And Dodger Stadium...
And if I want to do that, I already know of areas I can go and do that. But now it's like here in my front yard.
You're worried about it being in your area now.
Yeah, it's like, why can't I just, like, I like going to...
$12.
Yeah, it's not even the price. It's very, it's more of a... I just want to grab something to eat real quick.
Yes.
I don't want to have to drop $30+.
Yes. Los Angeles is so widespread that we're still going to have those... It is. Los Angeles is so widespread, we're still going to have those pockets where you'll still be able to get your street tacos for a couple bucks. That will happen.
Well, when I went to the MMAJA meeting the other night. So it's Friday night. We're in downtown. We're at some pub. Not some pub. It's the Art District Brewery is where we
I've
met.
been there.
That place is huge.
Yeah, it's great.
So we meet there, and it's not great. No.
You don't like it?
No. And
you don't drink.
Well, but here's why.
For me, I like it because I drink.
Here's one reason I don't like it. Now, I got extremely lucky. As soon as I pulled into that street, I saw some white taillights go up, and I was like, parking!
Yeah.
So the guy pulls out. I get a parking spot.
So you got a good parking spot.
Beautiful. Immediately got a parking spot. I go in there, and I thought I was at a dog park. I was like, why are there I'm not exaggerating, literally like a dozen dogs at the bar.
It's dogs. It's.
And I get that, but listen, I have a dog, and my dog's awesome. But do I want my dog with me at a bar? No. Do I want my dog or anyone's dog around me while I'm eating food? No.
Okay.
And so just getting me between the front door and getting to the bar area to look for a place to sit, it's like I have multiple dogs like licking my legs. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'd like to see that.
And here's the worst part. There's water everywhere because they have
They're
bowls for the dog.
Yeah.
And there's just
and then it's gonna smell like
water
dog
all over
pee
the floor.
everywhere too.
And I don't think the dogs pee there, but it does smell like dog. And I'm like, what the hell?
I haven't been there when there's been dog night.
I don't know if it's a night, but there were a lot of dogs there.
So no, I think because it's not all the time.
No.
Okay.
It's the first time I'd seen
know
that
that a
there.
lot
I've
of
been there a
Dodger
couple times.
You know, a lot of Dodger fans go to the Arts District Brewery
actually,
after the games.
We're watching the Dodger game there. There are Astro fans there, and
That's unfortunate.
all these reporters that I was with, they're from out of state because they are coming in for the fights, and they're like, "Where can we get really good tacos?" Mm-hmm. And they're all like talking about, "Oh, this place, oh, that place," and I was like, "Shh, shh, shh, shh.
Yeah.
Quiet, you fools."
Yeah.
Local and Mexican.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we saw taco trucks next door at another brewery, and apparently this brewery brings in like these trucks.
I know what
And
you're
I was like,
talking about.
no. You're going to go over there. It's going to be some weird fancy taco with like jicama on it, and it's going to cost you like $6, and you're going to be really disappointed, and you're not going to know what Mexican tacos are.
Okay.
Let's go to an actual Mexican taco place or a regular taco truck.
And where did you suggest?
Well, one of the guys, Dave Doyle, he eventually moved out to Los Angeles, and he's like, my favorite place is like Carnitas Michoacan.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, that's a legitimate
That's legit.
staple.
Yes.
Not that Carnitas Michoacan sponsors our show or anything, but that's like a legitimate staple. I go in there, and I know that.
What street that on? Main.
That's on every street. It's a chain.
There's one on Main and down there in that area. Yeah.
So that's what I told him. I was like, if you want like actual legitimate tacos that are going to cost you $12 because you had 12 of them, and they're actually like, regular tacos, let's do that. If you want to try the fancy schmancy, what's the Korean dude's name? Something Choi?
Yes.
His like $12 tacos that are fusion
But
and not
people
really.
love them. They do love them.
They're mediocre at best.
They're not really tacos.
At best. Well, if you think about it, everything can be a taco if you put it on a tortilla.
Yes, that's
right?
true.
But we're talking about Mexican tacos.
Yes.
And we're like totally digressing, but it's just, why are you messing with these things?
Last time I checked, this wasn't a food show, but I'm sure our fans will...
No, okay, and fans, I know I'm digressing a ton, but I had just recently found out that Jonathan Gould passed away.
Yes.
I did not know that. You hit me on Twitter and you said, dude, he passed away a week ago. I didn't know that.
You were out of town.
I was out of town. And that's how the whole meeting...
Twitter was just blowing up with it.
Right. But when I'm working. And Jonathan Gould was the whole me needing a +1. So for those of you familiar with my +1 situation, my +1s always bail on me. And I was attempting to... which I'm still going to try to do, his final list.
Yes.
Is go to every single one of Jonathan Gould's 101. So I was always asking people, hey, because of my...
How many have you been to?
Like 60-something of last
That's a
year's.
lot.
And the thing with my schedule, your schedule, is that we don't have traditional jobs. Yeah. So if I'm going to go hit a restaurant on like a Tuesday night, it's hard to be like, hey, Joe Schmo, let's go. Yeah. I got dinner reservations 9:30 on a Tuesday. Oh, I work on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
That was the whole reasoning behind the whole +1 thing, but it's sad to see that Jonathan Gould passed away.
It is. He was an icon in Los Angeles. Bummer.
So let's... Now the show's gone for a bad turn.
Yeah. I know, it just got dark. It just got darker. Should we turn the lights down? Should we go dark on the lights? No, we're not going to do it. Johnny, don't do that. All right, so let's talk Dodgers. So let's talk a little bit about...
Corey Seager.
What?
Corey Seager.
Oh, we got to talk about Corey
He's
Seager.
Like in the middle of hip surgery right now.
It's today.
It is today. So Dodger fans, so you've probably heard that Corey Seager's out for the year because of his elbow. He's got Tommy John surgery that he had a few months ago. Now today he's getting arthroscopic hip surgery. So he'll be ready to go for spring training. Here's my thing, though.
Will he?
Supposedly.
Okay.
Here's my thing, though. If you know for a fact that you're out for the whole year, or you might be out for the whole year, why not walk into the doctor's office and just like lie on the table and be like, all right, doc, do everything you need to do.
Check it all.
Yeah.
Why are we finding out about the hip now?
Yeah.
It's like it just started bugging him?
I don't know. And for
He's
me,
20 what?
Like 2?
How does he have a hip problem already? Don't old people have hip problems? Like older than me old? Like what? Is he having hip replacement? What's he doing? What's in the hip?
I don't know.
It's not hip replacement.
It's an orthoscopic surgery, so
they're cleaning out some stuff.
They're
in there?
probably cleaning up scar tissue or something. And here's my thing: like the Seahawks did this. You always hear about pro fighters doing this. Kobe Bryant did this.
Yeah.
Hopped on a plane. They went to Germany.
Yes.
And in Germany,
they got all kinds of...
Well, we do that in the United States, only not invasively. So this procedure that they have done in Germany, you go in, they grab your blood, they pull it out of you, and they spin it in centrifuges. So it removes the actual blood platelets from...
What are they doing, stem cell things or something?
Not stem cells, from, what's it called? They remove the blood platelets from some little goopy looking thing that's actually in your blood.
Yeah.
That goopy thing, they then inject back into the problem areas, and that helps you recover significantly faster.
Oh, okay.
And it does stuff like that. Now in the United States, estheticians do that. Estheticians, did I say that right? Whatever.
Yeah.
They do that, but they don't do it invasively, meaning they put it back into your body. What they do is they like use it as a facial cream or stuff like that. Oh. That's why that's allowed, because It's not invasive.
Yes.
FDA has not approved in the United States for invasive procedures. So a lot of people like to use it for like anti-aging.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, athletes are using it for, I
know Beckham went there when he got his Achilles.
Exactly. It's I don't have cartilage in my lower back anymore, or my knees, or my this, or my that. That's why athletes do it. I don't know why Corey Seager and the Dodgers weren't like, okay, dude.
Well, I think it costs a lot of money. I don't know.
Are we really gonna? He's like a franchise shortstop. He's 22 years old.
Yes.
The Dodgers are owned by $1 trillion hedge fund.
Are you worried about that he's getting injured quite a bit here early in his career? Or do you think this is just kind of a one?
Not really. I mean, because when was the last time
every player
you
gets
heard of
injured.
A position player getting Tommy John surgery? A position player.
It is weird. So you're not worried about it? Because I'm worried about that. I haven't heard of position
We're going to
player.
re-sign Machado. He's gonna move to second base.
Okay. Great. But I still worry about that. Maybe there's something issue with Corey Seager's body that it just doesn't.
He's too tall and lanky for his own good.
Well, like I don't want to jinx it, but man, I don't have any wood to
got
knock on. But
compressed wood here.
But Puig hasn't had any hamstring issues lately.
Now there's Matt Kemp.
It's Matt Kemp. So I mean, we've had a history on this team of injuries in the last 5-6 years. It's been bad. Starting with Matt Kemp when he was on our team before.
That was Conti's fault, though. When St. Conti was our personal trainer, he was like, oh, you have this particular injury? Let's see how long it can linger. You give me job security.
Oh, is that what you think?
That's what I'm thinking here.
Okay, that's okay.
That's
so he's
my
just keeping his
speculation.
job
That's my speculation.
by just prolonging the injuries.
That's my speculation.
Okay. I just worry this team is so injury prone, and Corey now with these two. I mean, I don't know how major this hip surgery is, but it seems like that's somewhat. Anytime the word surgery is involved, I feel like it's somewhat major. It's not. Let's wait. Let's just kind of do some rehab.
But it's orthoscopic, so they're cleaning an area.
Okay.
So
he's got some loose cartilage.
Yeah,
in there.
it might be scar tissue or some kind of discomfort.
Okay.
So it's not like they're going in to replace the hip.
No.
It's not like he broke his hip in a car accident or something.
No.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of like, it could be that he has lack of mobility because of something being there.
Hey, so we want more mobile.
Exactly.
Okay, so maybe that one's not too bad. I mean, I'm worried about the elbow.
But we should still send everybody to Germany so they can get that stuff done.
Yeah, the platelets.
Yeah.
Injections, whatever it's called. I know Kobe was back like really quickly because of that.
Yep. The Germans, they know what they're doing.
So you're okay with Corey Seager. You're totally confident, just like the Dodgers are, that he's gonna be back in January. Ready
supposedly he starts baseball activities again in January, and he'll be. I think he'll still be 24 at the time because he's 24.
He's 24.
Yep.
Okay. So he's gonna be ready for the season to start. You think?
Supposedly he will be ready for spring training.
Yes. And he'll have to compete for his job.
He's going to go to second base. Machado's going to stay at short.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Until we have to move Machado to third after Justin Turner leaves.
Okay. And who's to say Justin Turner's not? Because his injuries have been piling up now as well. So
his injuries are not his fault. He's not Matt Kemp running into a wall or something stupid. It's him being at bat, looking all sexy, trying to gain some runs for us, and then getting like hit in the wrist, getting hit in the knee, getting hit in the calf ankle areas.
Yes, that's true.
So it's people wanting to hurt him. Someone somewhere's got a voodoo doll of Justin Turner.
Not a bad idea if you're an opposing team. So do they have Mylar balloons?
I don't know, but don't tell them about it.
Mylar balloon version of Justin Turner?
That'd be pretty funny.
Okay. So we just got done playing Houston. Give us a recap of how you felt about the Houston series. I personally had a tough time because I felt like it was game 8, game 9, game 10.
That's how a lot of reporters on Twitter said it. That's how Michael Duarte was saying it. Oh, it's 54,000 for game 8 of the World Series.
Yes. You didn't.
I didn't. Dodger fans, last year is last year. It sucked. It's over. In no way, shape, or form did I see games 1, 2, 3 of this series being 8, 9, and 10, or 8 and 9. Yeah, 8, 9, 10.
They didn't even have their two best players, I'll remind you. Altuve and Correa.
Yeah, but Kemp was out too.
Okay, but Altuve and Correa are better than Kemp.
Yeah, but they had... It's like we didn't have what we were used to. I mean, Thursday night, we scored 21 runs on 7 home runs.
Yes.
And then Friday night, Verlander comes in and we get shut out.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, you're kind of screwing with the mojo.
Yeah. I mean, that was a great game Thursday. The first game was a great game. Again, I mean, just well played all around. It was a 2-1 game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good game. Then they got
They got lit up on Saturday, yeah. What was that, 14-1 or something?
14-1 or something ridiculous. I turned it off when it was 7 runs. I was like, they're not going to win this game. And then, us winning the final game was good. I mean, we didn't get swept. That would have been embarrassing.
Right. Meanwhile, you have the Astros Twitter account trying to be funny. Yeah. And look, I'm okay with trolling.
Yes, you are.
I'm 100% okay with an opposing player, opposing podcast, opposing team.
Because it's fun.
Whatever, because it's fun. But if you're going to do it, at least have facts. No. This Houston, guys, if you were on Twitter this last weekend, the Houston Astros official account was making fun of Dodger fans and their attendance. And, oh, look, this picture, was it taken before or after they lost? Ha, ha, ha. It's like you recorded the lowest attendance this year in the history of Minute Maid Park.
Of Minute Maid? They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you just won a World Series and you can't sell out your stadium?
I know. San Francisco sells out every game still.
Yeah.
And they suck right now.
And well, granted, they're a 41,000 capacity stadium, which
I think Minute Maid's pretty small too, though.
Even then, how are you going to have 8,000 people at a World Series defending team's
they had
home games?
8,000 people at a game?
It was 8,000 and change.
Who were they playing?
No clue. Does it matter?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because the Dodgers, the Dodgers have Dodger Stadium, which is the largest baseball-only stadium in North America. We seat over 56,000, which is a couple of hundred more than what the new Yankee Stadium seats because they seat just over 56,000 as well. Yeah. Now, our average, the Dodger Stadium average is 47,000 a night.
Yeah.
That's
give or take.
That's like that's how we were throwing these numbers at this Houston Astros thing. So our average is still
more than most other
at 120, 130% of everyone else's
with
stadium capacity
tickets.
With higher price tickets. Though we're still not the highest price tickets. No. It's the Yankees, then the Giants, and then us.
Yeah. Our beers are pretty expensive.
I'm surprised that the Red Sox seats aren't as expensive as everybody else, considering their franchise is like
Chicago.
Perennial. Their stadium is tiny. Like you would think less places to sit people, so more of a premium, but that's not the case.
People make less money in Boston, maybe?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. But that's just kind of like, don't come at me with an argument that our fans are, again, everybody knows that we show up in the second because of traffic, except for me, I show up on time.
Yes,
and that we leave in the seventh because of the traffic, except for me because I stay for the whole game.
Yeah.
And, okay, we get it. But even then, in those 1-2 innings and innings 8-9, we're still have a higher capacity than you do.
Yes. It's, it's just teams being jealous. That's all. They know.
I don't mind the trolling. Just give me, even if you wanted to come at me continuously with Game 7 stuff, okay, cool. It's a fact that we lost that game.
Yes.
But you're going to come at me with your bullshit opinion of, you guys can't sell out your stadium.
Yeah.
Like, what, you work for ESPN or something? Have you never seen this team play? Have you not noticed that we've led the league in attendance every year?
For years.
Except in 2001 after the 9/11 tragedies? Right. So the Yankees led it that year. We came in second.
Yeah. I like it when less people come to the stadium because that means I get out of there earlier. I get out of the parking lot earlier. It takes forever to get out of that parking lot sometimes. I have my little sneaky ways to get out, though. I park way at the back by one of the...
Oh, I do the same thing.
I
do the same thing.
One exit back in the... There's a hidden exit.
I don't go near the exit, but here's what I do. So the Dodger people are like, okay, park here. Nope, sorry, I'm not going to listen to you. And I show up early enough to get a parking spot anyways.
But you veer off.
I veer off, and I go to the furthest parking spot. I don't care if I have to walk a mile to the stadium. I go to the furthest parking spot closest to an opening to the exit. So I get in my car, and I'm immediately in that line that's going out onto Sunset.
Yeah.
So
you're going that way.
It depends on where I'm coming in from. But either way, I'm in line to get out of the stadium for maybe 10 minutes, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
I would rather walk the distance than be stuck in my car for 2 hours. I need exercise.
And we all do.
We all do.
Little walking is not bad. But although when you're walking all the way from the end of the parking lot and up to the reserve level, that's a lot because then you're going up those stairs.
Yeah. That's why you get field level seats.
Yes. Yeah, then you need a little less walking. Let's talk about our pitching staff. You have some stats on the pitching staff because everybody, people, again, on Twitter, look, I get it. People are pissed that we didn't get. We got Axford, and he kind of wet the bed in his first game.
Admittingly said that it was the worst game he had ever pitched in his life.
And people are like, "Why did we get this trash?"
Do you think that includes the Little League, or is he just talking about being pro? Because he said in his life.
He said in his life. I don't know. You got to think that he pitched a Little League. No, I'm guessing that he just completely dominated a Little League. He never had a game that bad. He had a bad game. So let's take that out of the equation. He's not going to have a bad game like that all the time, but he's got a 4-something ERA, right? I mean, so he's not any better than Pedro Baez. So fans are going to get ready to hate him too. As much as we hate Baez, they're going to hate Axford because he's not going to be better than Pedro Baez. He's not going to now all of a sudden, now that he's on the Dodgers, pitch better. Is he?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's in Dodger Stadium, so I'm always going to give a pitcher the benefit of the doubt and
he
say...
He gave up 7 runs in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, but that was like...
Okay.
He
wasn't ready.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for the spotlight. It's kind of like when Shaq was making fun of Howard, saying how not everybody can come and play in Los Angeles and be under the spotlight. Yeah. That might be Axford's thing.
Although
it's good that he got rid of it now versus it happening in October.
Sure. So he just has to work into...
Yeah.
Because he's been pretty terrible he was on the Blue Jays. He's been pretty terrible for them.
And it's, the first time he works with our pitching staff, the first time he works with Grandal. Yeah. So it's like, okay.
Well, Grandal's going to miss half the balls that he throws at him anyway.
And then maybe some of the signals were crossed. It was his first outing. I'm going to forget about it.
Okay. But besides that, our pitching staff is where? Give us some stats.
In terms of ERA, Dodger fans, ERA, the Dodgers lead the league in ERA.
So stop complaining.
It's true.
I mean, really. Because that's all I hear about.
What's Twitter? People like to complain on Twitter.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's
haven't you ever noticed how people go to Twitter just to complain about stuff?
Yeah,
and how people on Twitter.
Too. You do that?
I don't do that
sometimes.
When do I do that?
I think you do.
I'm usually posting about like Netflix shows that I'm watching and stuff.
Okay, so
finished Black Mirror. It was awesome.
Black Mirror was good.
So I complain. I complain about humans.
Okay, you do that.
I complain about humans,
but not actual Dodgers.
No, I mean I look at the stats and obviously I'm going to say this is garbage or blah 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 because that's what we do. But it's just like the constant. Of fans going, our pitching's not very good.
Yeah, like there's the Fraudman Dodger.
The Fraudman Twitter handle?
Man, he just has, I don't think I've ever seen one. Dodgers could win like they did 21 to whatever, and he's still got something to complain about.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I think for a lot of people, it's therapeutic. Like I told you in LA, we're like the largest, not distributors, the largest users of anxiety medication pills. Really? Yeah. And so I'm thinking, now I'm sure it has to do with the fact that there's like 22 million people in Los Angeles County.
So that's...
But it's like, that's their form of, I don't have health insurance and I can't afford to see a therapist. Let me just shit out of my mouth onto Twitter. That's what they do.
Well, listen, driving in Los Angeles...
And here's my thing. Hold up. Here's my thing real quick. Twitter. I'll go onto Twitter and say anything I want. My name is on my handle. My face is in my avatar. If you're going to go onto Twitter and just start spewing garbage, but you're hiding behind a fake name and fake avatar,
like
get the fuck out of here.
Mine's real.
Yeah. It's like, you want to come at me with something or you want to come at the general public? Stop being a coward.
Yeah. If I'm ripping on Trump, it's me.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. Everybody rips on Trump.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a different show.
Ask Curtis Stage, go on the internet, rip on Obama.
Oh, that would.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Well, I wouldn't do that. First off,
it's like you just said I use my name and my picture, and I go and talk shit about child molesters on the internet. It's like, oh my God, NAMBLA's gonna come after you, Curtis. Be careful.
Yeah. No, I mean if Obama did stupid things.
You know, he and I share a birthday.
I did not know that.
Me and Obama, me and the Queen, me and Roger Clemens, me and famous NASCAR driver.
Okay.
I share my birthday with a lot of really important people.
There's a lot of people who, there's only 365 days in the year. You're going to share it with somebody.
But these people happen to be important.
Every day somebody important was born. Every day.
I'm whatever.
Okay. All right. I don't want to take away.
These people are important at a global level.
Okay, whatever, dude. Every single birthday has people at a global level.
Ladies, you're welcome. Louis Vuitton.
Okay. I'm gonna come next week or next show. I'm gonna come back with my birthday. I think Steven Spielberg's my day.
Ooh, that's a good one. Big. And you also happen to do media.
And he's Jewish.
And your name is Stage, Curtis Stage.
Yes.
See how it correlates?
Yes. Yeah. Got it. So let's talk about this. So we got the bullpen ERA. We're number one there.
Over starters ERA, bullpen ERA, overall ERA. Yes. We lead the league in strikeouts.
Yes.
Okay. We're only second to the Braves in batting average against, where we are at 231, and the Braves are at what? How badly do you think the Braves are beating us in a separation of 1 and 2?
I'm going to say by 1 point.
The Braves batting average against is .230. Exactly 0.001 of a point.
Okay.
That's one at bat.
Okay. So we're right at the top in our...
Yeah.
So, as much as Dodger fans do complain...
Quality starts. Who leads the league in quality starts? Which is a garbage stat, but...
Us?
The Dodgers do.
What? Okay, why is quality starts a garbage stat?
A quality start is considered 6 innings or more. So let's say the minimum 6 innings, where you give up 3 or fewer runs. So you can
sounds
go
average.
That's not average. That's worse than average. You can go 6 innings and give up 3 runs and have an ERA of 4.5, and they'd be like, "That's a quality start."
That's kind of most pitchers though in baseball though.
Yeah, but we work with the Dodgers.
Yeah,
we're not accustomed to. Hey, half of our staff is at 4.5.
No. We don't want any of our staff at 4.5.
No,
we're going to lose a lot of games.
Yes,
4.5. We want to be around 3.
Oh, it'll be like that episode of Black Mirror where the people have the rating system. Well, it's the opposite at Dodger Stadium where if your rating system goes up, we don't want you here. Yes. You need to be below 3 stars.
Yes.
Not above 4.
No. Okay, so and then what's our hitting stats? Do we have anything going on in there?
Not really. Outside of what we've been talking about where the Dodgers are like the 12th or 13th best, or I guess you can call them the 3rd worst team in the National League when it comes to batting average. The Dodgers still lead the league in home runs. We are 2nd in OPS, and the reason why our OPS is so poor is because our batting average is so poor.
Yes.
But we're only behind the Phillies, I believe? No. The Cubs. We're behind the Cubs in OPS.
Okay.
And the Cubs are like 10 points better than us in OPS.
But here's the thing. We are...
in a hitter's... not in a hitter's ballpark.
We're not in a hitter's ballpark.
Right.
So, I mean, I'll got to take that in consideration, too. I mean, if you took this same team, put them in Coors, it'd be even...
Our OPS is better than the Rockies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how good our hitting is.
Exactly.
But our hitting is also feast or famine. You go 21 runs on a Thursday night, the next day defending champs and Verlander come in, you score 1.
Well, we are swinging for the fences quite a bit.
It's true. That's why we're leading the league in home runs by 30.
Yes.
30.
We've talked a lot about, in the past couple shows, about, specifically about some of our hitting. Manny Machado's struggling. There's no doubt about that. It seems like he's pressing. He's swinging at a lot of pitches that if you looked at him in his career with the Orioles, he just wasn't swinging at these pitches. How do we account for this kind of, is it just contagious when a team goes in a slump? They kind of all start. We've seen this before with the Dodgers. When one guy starts hitting, they all start hitting, or one guy really starts getting hot, it really ignites the lineup.
It's like one of those things where when you put a bunch of women in the same house to get on the same menstrual cycle, same thing. That's the only way I can compare it. It's the same thing.
Okay.
And baseball's a 162-game season. Yes. You'll notice, and fans, it's really frustrating. You'll be like, oh my God, we're destroying the baseball, but our pitching sucks. Oh my God, our pitching's so amazing, but we're not hitting the ball. And so you're going to run into these little patches throughout 162 games.
We do lead the league probably in most usage of the 10-day DL because now we have Chase Utley.
I don't know if there's an actual stat for that, but yes.
Yeah,
we do.
Because Chase has what injury?
Wrist inflammation. Wrist inflammation.
They were probably like, what body part do you want to have on the DL? And Chase is like, I don't know, wrist? I'm not hurt. Clearly he's not hurt. So who's next when he comes off the 10-day? They're going to reevaluate him and put him back on there?
No, I mean, they'll probably find an outfielder, like, hey, we have one too many outfielders, or it could be another pitcher, or...
Maybe Kemp might have to go on the 10-day DL just to kind of just take a break a little bit and maybe bring Verdugo back up.
Muncy's got to go on the DL.
Because, Kemp and Muncy are like, I think Kemp was like 2 for 35 or 2 for 36 with like 20 strikeouts in that 2 for 36. He is really slumping, and Muncy wasn't far behind him. So when you have your 2 hottest hitters the whole season, both going like 4 for 60, you're not going to, surprisingly, we're winning games still, but you're not going to, your batting average is going to go way down when you have that happening. So I feel like that Kemp needs some days off, and Doc did give him a couple days off. He's in the last like 5 games, he's had 2 days off. So he may be the next guy that has a phantom injury that just, needs a little 10-day stretch, where maybe they go to the East Coast and they need Matt to like not play for a little bit and get him ready. Because we do need Matt Kemp to heat back up September. We cannot have him cold. We got to have him hitting.
We got to have everybody hitting. This team is no longer built on defense. Okay, the Arizona Diamondbacks have given up the least errors in the whole league. The Dodgers are sitting at 23rd. We're a subpar defensive team.
I thought pitching and defense win World Series.
Not last year, no. Last year, it was all about the long ball. And so the Dodgers have kind of gone all in on this long ball mentality this season where you have legitimately guys 1 through 8 that can take you deep. But Max Muncy decided to go to the home run derby. And how's he been since?
Garbage.
He's been swinging at everything. The man has no discipline at the plate anymore.
How did that happen? He still thinks he's in the home run derby?
Possibly.
Okay. He doesn't know that that's ended? And he doesn't need to prove
it's his first full year in the bigs. It was his first time at the show over in
See, what I think it is I think it gets in people's head because it's like, oh, they say that it's a home run derby, but I'm going to prove it wrong. I'm going to hit a bunch of dingers.
They psych themselves out.
And then they can't hit home runs.
I'm telling you, because... Okay, so half of you guys are probably watching or listening to this and going, no, you're an idiot. Oh, my God, blah, 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 blah.
Not proven. Nope.
There's no stats. I'm like, listen, I'm telling you right now that his batting average has dropped 30 points. 30 points
since the All-Star
break.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay, that's only been 15 games?
But someone could make the case for he's playing more games than he's ever played before.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy that because everyone was like, oh, obviously his stats will go down after the All-Star break. You can't be this good that long. You can. And then everyone's logic...
It happened right after the All-Star
Everyone's
break.
logic to the Machado trade was, Machado's insurance in the event that Muncy or Kemp cool off while Machado has cooled off.
Yeah, he'll be back.
It's kind of like, listen, I don't at all believe that it's the mechanics that go into hurting your swing in the All-Star game. It's not the mechanics at all. It's a head thing.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I agree with that. I actually agree with that.
It's like suddenly, Muncy is like, oh, let me go up there and hack away. Cool. He didn't change his swing. Because he decided to have glorified batting practice on ESPN or Fox or wherever for an hour. Oh, suddenly he's so tired, so it's going to linger for the rest of the year. No,
that's not it.
That's not it.
Yeah, he's trying to prove that he should have been there. And
right. And so, okay, great, whatever. You had an extensive workout for an hour.
It happened to Jock.
It happened to Bellinger.
It happened to Bellinger for the home runs because Bellinger was his batting average didn't dip that much, but then he started picking it back up again. Though Bellinger did pick it up and start hitting some home runs late.
It's happening to Muncy.
Happened to Muncy. So
it happened to Matt Kemp. It happened to Yasiel Puig.
Puig didn't hit any home runs in the home run
derby. But he was still in the home run derby. Matt Kemp, I don't think Matt Kemp hit any either.
Why was Puig in the home run derby?
Because
he's not even a home run hitter.
No, but remember that was in 2013. He came in, he was super hot, and Cole Hamels was like, he doesn't belong there. And then Papelbon was like, he doesn't belong there either. Awkward, you're on the same team for the All-Star game. And they brought him in to do the whole, because he was hitting 400 when he first came up.
But he's not a home run hitter.
But he's not a home run, he's a line drive hitter. He's a gapper guy. Hitter. I mean, do I realistically...
Which is my favorite kind of hitter.
Do I realistically think he can be good for 25 home runs if he is in the right situation? Sure.
But we don't want him swinging like that.
Yeah, I always
He's the last guy we want swinging like that, actually.
Why is that?
Just swinging with the home run uppercut like Justin Turner. Turner can pull it off because he's got a great eye. Puig does not have a great eye.
Well, someone's got to tell that to Cody because Cody has that same golf uppercut swing.
Yeah, but Cody has a pretty good eye. He just has a hole.
And this guy strikes out a lot.
But Cody has a hole in his swing, and everybody knows where it is. It's in
right. It's like okay, let's take a look at his. Let's take a look at his golf swing mechanics.
Don't pitch it down here.
Throw it where that diagonal swing doesn't happen.
Exactly. So if he's swinging like this,
that means the entire top half of the exactly.
He's up here. He can't hit anything up here. But he has tried to go the other way a few times and been pretty successful at it. He actually has a nice swing when he shortens up and tries to go the other way and beat the shift. He's done that a couple times. So Cody's going to be fine in the long run. And I actually think Muncy might be fine too. But it's bad that they're struggling right now. So we're going on the road and playing the A's and the Rockies. These are more important. The Rockies series is more important than the Astros one because we need to start separating ourselves from the from the Rockies. We need to get somebody off of our tail here, right? I mean, we can't have both the Diamondbacks and the Rockies hot on our tail the whole rest of the season.
No, and I think that we're going to add some kind of separation after this. And this is one of those situations where in baseball, if you get hot for a week while someone else gets cold, you can really put up a 4, 5, 6 game gap. In this situation, it could be bad for the Dodgers because we weren't expecting the Athletics to be this good, and we weren't expecting Colorado to be this good, but I mean, they're a streaky team. But here we're in a situation where if you sweep that series or get swept in that series, all of a sudden, you're 3 games out. And right now, Arizona's half a game up, then it's the Dodgers, and then we're 1 game up on Colorado. Yeah. But after we play Oakland, Colorado back-to-back on the road, we're playing the Giants, we're playing the Rangers for 2, we're playing, who else are we playing? We're playing the Cardinals, we're playing the Padres.
But the Cardinals always play us tough, no matter what, but they're trash right now. I mean, we got
the Mariners.
I thought the Mariners were good, aren't they? No?
Are they good? I don't.
They've
keep,
dropped. They've
I don't
dropped
keep
way
track
down.
of the Mariners.
That's who the A's have passed.
Oh, I see.
So the Mariners were up there, and now the A's kind of passed them. Okay, so yeah. So we have some easier teams coming up, but we want to, when we're playing head to head against the Rockies, we really want to win those games. So those are the important ones. We don't play the D-backs again until late because we play the D-backs.
Yeah, we play them the very last weekend of July last weekend of August going into September. And then we got the Mets at home.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yes.
Awesome. So that was good.
That's where they're going to sweep us. That's such a baseball thing.
That's what happens. All right, Albert, so what's our gift of the day?
Guys, our gift of the day, this is a minor league player who gets called out on a pitch he didn't like. He plays for the Red Hawks, which I assume is an affiliate of the Cardinals because they're playing the Cubs affiliate.
It's kind of a bird
and
thing,
it's a bird
too.
thing, and they're also red. Anyways, this guy goes totally minor leaguer, goes into the dugout, grabs the trash can, and I'm thinking, oh, this guy's going to throw trash all over the field. No, in a very calm manner, goes over to home plate, puts the trash can behind home plate, and starts yelling at the umpire, go to your home, go to your home, because the umpire lives in a trash can because it was a trash call.
Are you okay with that kind of thing?
Love it.
You love it.
Love it. Here's my thing. In Major League Baseball, if you get tossed from a game, you get tossed. Guess what? There's no time in baseball.
Yeah.
So there's no clock you got to worry about.
He could run around the field naked if he wanted to.
Exactly. If I go into a baseball game and I'm getting tossed, I'm going to get my money's worth.
In basketball, when you get tossed, you have to leave.
Yeah, immediately. You get tossed, they
fine you.
They have the not security, but like the league escorts grab you, they grab your stuff, and they walk you out.
You're out.
Exactly. So, but in baseball, it's different. In baseball, you get to put on a little show.
Yeah, you can.
I would 100% put on a show.
You would.
100%.
We haven't seen the trash can. I've never seen that before.
I've seen people throw trash onto the field.
And bats.
I've seen people grab the Gatorade cans.
Yeah.
But I've never in my life at any level of baseball seen anybody grab a trash can and put it out onto the field. And not even in anger. The guy grabbed it calmly, drags it out there, places it behind home plate and says, go to your home.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that part was angry, but it was very theatrical.
I was expecting
very well planned out.
I was expecting him to dump trash everywhere and then
spread it around.
and then just chuck the canister.
Yeah,
that's what I was
people would have
expecting.
had to clean that up and stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to be a jerk.
Yeah, he didn't want to have the crew having to come out there and clean up for 10 minutes, getting all the little pieces of trash and the sunflower seeds all over the place and stuff. This is filled with all sunflower seeds and gum and stuff.
Who was it? Who is Dodger player? Very calm, clean, respectful. It wasn't Chase Utley because Chase Utley doesn't talk to the umpires. But anytime he'd get called out on strikes and a call he didn't like, he'd stomp his bat down and say, no, sir. No, sir. And then walk away.
Who was that?
I'm trying to think of who that was.
When did they play?
This was a couple of years ago.
I don't recall. No, sir. They say no, sir, just like politely.
Oh, I think it was Forsythe. that would do that.
Well, that makes sense. It was
I believe it was him. Because in my head, I'm thinking Casey Blake, but it wasn't Casey Blake because Casey Blake hasn't played on a team since like 2006. And this was recently. Okay. I believe it was Forsythe.
Maybe we'll get our Twitter fans to help us out on that.
All right, Dodger fans, but that's been our show. Don't forget to stalk us on Twitter at Best Coast Show. You can check out all the behind-the-scenes stuff on the Instagram, also at Best Coast Show. The podcast can be found on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, really anywhere podcasts are heard. But that's been our show, and you guys have a good night.